What do you say, Arbo? Welcome to another episode of At Your Disclosure. This your host, A. Tovar, here on that fabulous farm. In a few hours, would you consider Wednesday evening? Oh, and at the moment, I couldn't think of what to call Arbo's. I guess you would say, would want to compare the caliber, maybe prestige? I don't know. In cat terms, of what would make a cat freaking better than the next cat. Like, for instance, the title of King of the Jungle, lion being considered an apex predator. And we're waiting for her to make that leap. But from the looks of it, I don't think she's going to do it for the fact that I ran out of treats. But if you go to Lincoln Scottsdale Road, it is pet friendly. And the only thing I'm waiting for is the approval of the city so we could get this playground in there, having enough space in the corner to a miniature dog space. So that way, you have the pooches in there all freaking going around, sniffing one another, getting to know each other. Hi, I'm Alex now. Oh, just like I was saying earlier, how the hell you take sides if you weren't there to begin with, or even give credit to begin with, where the guy that's freaking tell you this off the back, if I were to pass by here, I'd be like, oh man, this guy's always out here. Title Mary Muse. That freaking, he's freaking, I wouldn't doubt it one bit. This is just 50%. Actually, not even close. But by comparison, if you had to believe 50%, then that's you there. So me telling you, it's only 50% of what I'm letting you know, of what I'm telling you, as opposed to you being there. But there being physical evidence, you definitely wanna prove this because of other imposters. You'd want to, hey man, freaking, you had your chance. You do what you want with your time, but if I had that kind of time, I don't know if I could spend it on such a waste of energy. I mean, you think of sabotaging by definition, that's going to war. But worst case scenario, the people, the close people to you, and so you tell yourself, all right, then, well, it's difficult to understand this because of all the years that we know each other. But it's not going to matter, and you just have to watch what you say, do, because you could be taken for granted like before. But I can understand many couples that have been together for like, come on, Orba. Let's see if she makes it. You'll be famous. Here, get. Good cat. What's new, pussycat? Whoa. Pussycat, I love you. This I do. Me and your pussycat nose. Meow. Me and your pussycat eyes. Meow. Me and your pussycat nose. Yeah, man, that's why I titled it Muse. And that's what I was talking about Thalía and her mixtape album, or I guess she had some like mini-series that has been apparent on Instagram. So she was over in Times Square. So she was advertising her new drop release of freaking mixtape, and from the looks of it, she got good reviews. She was well received, despite region barriers. But there's a lot of supporters everywhere. She's international, and what's it called? Her being married to freaking bigwig at Sony. Shouldn't matter. You take a bunch of people that do, they like Gloria Stefan and countless. So I think to myself a lot of times when you're trying to conquest the opposite, or whoever you're aiming at, to freaking, well, what chance you got? By comparison. So you think about that as her mattering big time. She won't have to be here. And I'm not gonna lie, it's not bad here. It's what you make out of it. The place is great. I love it. It could have been nice if it would have had an extra bathroom or an additional room. So, but that's just how it is. So you make the best out of it. You have buckets, styrofoam cans to just. I had a mini fridge. You guys remember previous episodes of At Your Disclosure where I had it all, man. Freaking, there wasn't anything that was missing. And if I was slow, it's for a reason. Just a lot of time I take off, and it's difficult to deal with. Uh, how can I put this? Disobedient assistance. I tell my brother, hey man, give me a lock from Amazon. Instead of me just going in there and doing it myself, he would give me excuses. Oh, you know, but that's what I get. I guess I wasn't paying him enough. I was paying him roughly probably like $300 to $400 a month just to prep me meals when I was at BD. And a great place to work, BD. Just recognizing the patterns. It's one of the reasons I told myself, how is this possible? You know, if I had to find a culprit, but that's difficult to pinpoint too because of your loyalty towards cynics. So you tell yourself like, hey man, freaking well, the main objective is to prevent life-threatening situations. You're doing your part. You're doing what you can. A lot of times it's not obvious. So it's almost like, damn man, was it worth it? It makes you think that. But that's the thing though. When you do something, you don't do it to get recognition. I'm not thinking, oh well, if I do this, it's gonna generate attention. I mean, yeah, obviously if you're gonna go live on location, but when it comes to doing the right thing, it's having character where it could be just yourself and no one, and you getting the job done. But someone expecting recognition, worst off is falsificating all of this with thinking that because of what I said in the past, and I feel that it's horrible. I simply wrote autism on a sheet of paper, followed by a combat medic and escape, just like Tom Spaghetti wrote Bank of America. And I sound like a broken record as opposed to a freaking mixtape, which reminds me that they had an update on the latest phones with the emojis. With I'm trying to think if they managed to remove any, because I'm trying to remember there was an aluminum can, or it was probably just a tomato can. But either or, it's most diminutive format and plural now. Oh, Cannis now. You know what I'm trying to tell you when it comes to picking an energy drink, you pick Cannis. When you think you got it made now. Oh, and if I were to drink more coffee, I guarantee my memory will be a lot sharper. And try to remember that Menthos commercial when he flips you off. Nothing better that comes. Menthos comes your way when you're flipping the bird off. Menthos gets the way that you stay fresh and cool. You know what I'm trying to tell you? Menthos, baby, smell my ass. Menthos, baby, it's not working at all. Menthos, the fresh makers now. Oh, so yeah, who knows? It might change to freaking Cannies as opposed to have it off because it rhymes with drag it off. And I think on one of my videos, I'm trying to load my SKS and I'm having trouble with it. So I reached out to Earl E. Costello. So it turns out it'll be just like going to war. Even this gets tampered with. So I'm just like, great. You know what I'm saying? And same thing too with the bayonet. Oh, you can't have that attachment. And that's before my brother had sold it to him. We go to Las Vegas. Let me grab me some Gatorade. You know, I love Arizona, just like Nevada. And I think about how I could have spent my time wisely, and I did. I had all kinds of things to do, but you get bored. I'm having just a couple cold ones, and something's missing, man. I got my wife, that's great, my brother. I'm missing everyone in Phoenix, the people I grew up with. I'm missing everyone. So you just like, that's all I do is freaking work. It'll be nice, to freaking go out to Prescott and go to Cliff Castle. And I could drive on the way. I could drive over and drive back. My wife could drive back, and it's great. It worked out. Tag team. High five. And that's the most difficult part about this whole ordeal is that. And I bet you anything, the rich are the ones that struggle and suffer the most, because what they're used to freaking what they have to adapt to. Ain't no wrong with that. But the problem is recuperating, and day to day is the same. If I'm caught slipping, I wake up. Why is this hurting? You know, it worsens the situation. It's not gonna make me the only time a person, the only gender, and I don't want to say gender because I never hear this in males, tame. I mean, if it happens, it happens, but it goes back to whatever. But females, you tame them, you cut their hair. That's it, man. It don't take much. Don't ever say that they're inferior to males. Hell no. But it does make me wonder why they still continue. Ain't nothing gonna change. That's what they don't understand. One thing I learned about my numerical uncle, Rafa. What's going on there, Arba? I ain't got you yet, but I get you in a little bit now. Oh, I should feed her. Maybe afterwards. We probably go on commercial break. He would tell me we used to rent. We used to go through the Wise Choice property. It's my uncle's real estate company. So having a condominium by the I-7 by 17th Avenue in a Camelback. We had an uncle that stayed with us, so you learn a little from someone, from everyone you meet. I don't know my whole life, but this stuck too because it's true. I don't know if he paid attention or what he hears, but he had told me, he had assured me that that's one thing that's not gonna change. You can't change a person. That's it. The moment you turn around, that's the same person you found the day you met her or him. So I kind of had a feeling when I first got with her, because I was like, how the hell you seek me out, and when you're with me, it's cool for the night, but the next day it's it almost feels like freaking a hotel. You know what I'm saying? Freaking, but that's why I moved out too because it became awkward. I told my soul right. So we're staying at my aunt Rhodey's, Carolina Agent, 21st Street in beyond Food City, which is northbound off of McDale, and by Squaw Peak Road, by Squaw Peak. Well, it's no longer Squaw Peak Freeway. It's SR 51. It got changed because they felt that it was profanity, so they changed it. So freaking, I'm staying there, and before I was staying in 20th Street in Virginia, so it's diagonal for it on the other side of the freeway. So freaking, uh, it became awkward. Just my Aunt Rhodey, Carolina Agent, told me on our way to a doctor's visit. Say, Alex, because a lot of times I'll drive. She's incapacitated. She fell in a private stall in the private stall of St. Joe's, and she had a she'd go downtown. She'd hire a bunch of lawyers. Just couldn't cut it. Just couldn't make it again. Just couldn't against barrels. So, uh, but before that, just going to different doctors' visits that don't thank me. One of them was I think it's the Arizona. I'm trying to remember the Arizona Cancer Patient Treatment. That's right there behind Anchor Center on like 20th Street and 22nd Street on Camelback, behind it. So it's in between Highland and Camelback, if I can remember back. So one of the doctors going out there, I was also taking literature, I was taking books. So while I'm waiting, I'm just there reading. La la la. She goes out there and thanks me for driving her. And I don't do things just to get some out of it. It's just because, well, that's not roadie and she's incapacitated, so I can help her out, vice versa. It works out. So I told myself, well, since she did complain about me 16 hours, but he's whatever, I felt bad. So I told myself, well, I get with Jasmine and freaking have her live with me, and while I'm away that long, she can help you out. So she didn't like her to begin with, hissed at her, and felt awkward, and would try to put conditions on me. So I'm just kind of like, I'm just kind of like, nah, I don't think I can be here anymore. So I take off. At the age of 23, it's difficult to tell anyone anything, and she could have told me this in good terms, but just you know, last thing you want to do is complain. I just feel it's just mind games. Calling it as it is. She'd have the neighbors, some fat teenagers that, no pun intended, just because at the time, they were healthy in abundance. So freaking, they'd go in there and they'll perform tasks. But just as soon as I moved in, but before that, Balls and I take care of the inside and outside. Sounds like around 11. And it all started. I probably told you guys about just some boys going door to door to see who wanted their grass cut. So yeah, I had introduced her. I got her attention, and I told her this is my girlfriend. This is my girlfriend. This is my girlfriend Jason, or I'm trying to remember exact, but the hiss at her was just kind of like, wasn't expecting that, but after that I was just like, well, what can I do? I leave my CDs in there. I have this Slayer divine intervention in there. She takes it out, and it's like, here's your gospel music now. Oh, but yeah, man, freaking the place is great. Like I was saying, what I would consider living here is basically an ideal place for outdoor living. Because most of the time I'll come out here. I enjoy the outdoors, so you could be under the shade, under those stairs. You could grill out here, and it's just a bunch of cats, so you don't have to worry about certain rodents. So yeah, man, it's not a bad place. And then look at this. Have you noticed? There is a bike route where you could take your bike anywhere. Well, there's the bridge. You go over there, go to the park. So it's not bad at all. Then you got baseball practice there in front. So you have the church to St. Vincent de Paul. So it's not a bad gig at all. Oh, speaking of, that's who would volunteer for St. Vincent de Paul on like Watkins and 7th Street, I think, or Avenue. I was confused at two, but I know one doesn't let you make lefts during traffic hour. But I'm probably going to go to commercial breaks. This is Alex Ruben Tovar at your disclosure. Now, do you understand me?